Sherry, I'm coming at you for Angel's Whisper. This is going to be our weekly reading, and I'm sitting out in my little patio. I have got myself a little fountain with the castle on it because every girl needs a castle, right? And I wanted to sit underneath my pepper trees and be outside here. The birds are all talking, so felt like a good little place. I've got a little bit of an area here that I could spread my cards out, not too much, but I think it might beat trying to do it on the grass or on the leaves. Oops, I'm spilling everything, maybe not. Okay, so I'm gonna let you guys look around. There's a rainbow. Ooh, you can't see it, but I can. Rainbow comes after the storm, people. Rainbow, promise of things to come. There's also a dove cooing right now. Dove means breathe, so take a breath. It's Sunday, relax. Super Bowl Sunday. I could care less about sports unless I'm climbing something myself. I'm not interested, so, but I'm sure you guys, husbands are out there, maybe some of you girls too. So, okay, here we go. This is our first card. For Raphael. Raphael, the healing angel. Green, the color of our heart chakra. This little girl sitting on the beach, she's smiling, she's got conch shells in front of her, and the message that is being spoken is seek out other possibilities. Look for the magic in life. Be aware of your own emotions. So water, as we know, is emotion. Now the water here is very calm, but there's kind of turbulent skies, dark kind of cloudy skies, so maybe there's an emotional issue happening right now, and maybe you feel like you're stuck in one place. Maybe you feel like your possibilities are limited, and yet they're saying that they're not, to seek out other possibilities. You are in a moment of transformation, as I don't know if you can see that there's a dragonfly here and a dragonfly here. So the reason they're saying be aware of your own emotions, the dragonfly flies over the top of the water, so it's like your emotions are there, but skim over the top of them. Don't allow yourself to drown yourself in your emotions or get caught up in them. They're asking you to look for the magic in life. I'm going to let you guys look around, and I'm going to ask and see if there's something else that I'm missing that possibly we need to speak about. Basically, what they're saying is, like I said, you feel like your possibilities are limited, but actually there are more options available to you. And maybe you feel as though maybe you can't see them right now, but there's more than meets the eye, actually, is what they're saying, and that there are opportunities that are presenting themselves to you. Maybe you don't feel like you're qualified for these opportunities. Maybe something's come to you and you think, oh, I can't do that. But it wouldn't come to you if you weren't qualified. And they're saying basically that your focus is too narrow. So open up your vision. And there is a dove right above us cooing, really, really, he's getting louder and louder. They're asking you to spend time in meditation, spend time outside. That's why out here this feels really good. If you're feeling a little disillusioned, or if you're feeling like things are kind of lackluster in your life, they're asking you to get outside and walk around and take in. I'm going to walk around with you guys for a minute. I'm going to show you what I do. I just walk around, and this is my little patio, and just kind of breathe in what there is. You know, these pepper trees for me these are magical, don't they? They look so romantic to me, the way they roll and hang down like that. Like they just sweep, look how they're sweeping the ground. And they're asking you just to walk around, take a breath, climb a tree if you can climb a tree. I like to climb that tree. I'm not going to today, I'm in a dress. Not that that usually stops me, but I'm not going to today. Or walk up to a tree and hug a tree. Trees are very healing. I don't care what anybody thinks. I understand. They've been here a long time, and they've got a lot of wisdom, and they've got a lot of connection to the ground. You ever saw, what is the movie, Avatar, and the tree in the center, that they have all the knowledge. Trees hold so much magic and so much power. So go outside and connect with earth and with nature, and allow the possibilities to open up, you know, your mind to open up to things that are coming to you. So that's all that I'm getting from that message. I'm going to go on to the next card and see what we have. Let's see if I can do this without Oh, a big disturbance all of a sudden. Wonder what's going on over there. Okay. Doesn't it sound pretty? So we've got a serenade of the birds across the street, and then we've got the two doves above us. Okay, this one popped out. So, Eight of Michael. This has come up before. You can be free. Make a courageous choice to change your situation. You're not seeing things clearly. So Michael's standing behind her, and she's got kind of like it's kind of like being in the forest. She's got these trees that are curving over her. And Michael's up behind her, and she's got a gate, and she's looking out the gate. She's standing at the gate. But she's got a rope, which I've never noticed before. It's interesting. It's coiled around her right foot. Your right foot is the foot that leads forward. And it's not tight, it's just there. Her shoes are off. So it's her that's feeling trapped here. The gate's open, she's able to move forward, but she feels like the rope's tying her down, but it's really not, because it's not tied around her ankle. So you have the ability to change the situation that you're in. Again, they're saying that you're not seeing things clearly. There's something we're not seeing. They're telling you that you can be free. Make the choice to change your situation. I choose not to be in this situation. I choose to be in this situation. So tell yourself, whatever situation it could be, if it's a job, if it's a relationship, if it's whatever situation that you find yourself in, you have to be really careful about the words that you choose. I was talking to my coworker today, and she was saying, she just kept using negative words, and I said, you got to be careful with the words that you use. I do too. I was saying to somebody the other day that I would try something. I said, well, try. And he said, try? He goes, when you say that you're going to try to do that, you're already basically setting yourself up for defeat, because you're saying that you're not sure that you can do it. So instead of using the word try, say, my choice is, or I affirm, or this is my intention. So make a choice. Make the intention that this is going to change. My life is going to change. I bought that fountain. I love this fountain. I got to go today and get a pump for it. I just got off work. But when I got it from the fellow, I said, every girl needs a castle. And he goes, oh, is that what you want it for? And I thought, why not, I walk up to my house and I see this castle, and it's going to have water running down in it. And it's kind of like it's prettying up the area that I live in while I'm here, but it's also saying this isn't my final stop. Better things are coming for me. I see that, and that's my affirmation when I look at that little castle. I don't need to be in a big castle, but I'd like a little castle. And so there's my affirmation. So put out positive affirmations for what it is that you do wish to bring forward. And living in a castle isn't necessarily be all end all. I've had a big house, and responsibility to me was a little overwhelming. I'd rather have something a little less so I can travel. But the castle idea, it kind of brings the magic to me, It brings the idea of happily ever after. And I'm definitely going for that. So change your circumstances, change your choice of words, and change the way the energy is flowing in your life, and open it up for what the universe wants to bring you, which is always for your highest and best. So, all right, next card is going to be this one. This is the 10 of Gabriel. Okay, I'm just looking at the picture. I see a woman. She looks like Cinderella. She's wearing an apron. She's in a cellar. And it says, basically, ask your angels for helpful people to lighten your load. So yeah, she's feeling overwhelmed. She's feeling like she's working all the time, or that no one's helping her. Or she feels captive. Working too many hours, trying too hard to please others, which is definitely what Cinderella would do, isn't it? She's got that wicked stepmother and sister that she's constantly doing everything for them and not for herself. So they're saying, and this is Gabriel, she's the messenger. And she's basically there like her fairy godmother, and they're saying, ask your angels for help. Ask them for people to send people your way that will make things easier for you. We don't need to struggle. Some people believe that we have to struggle to get what we want and to get what we desire in our lives, and we really don't. Struggle is there, and challenges are there for lessons, but we don't have to struggle. So ask for our load to be lightened. Ask to be, lined up with the perfect people, with a perfect job, with a perfect situation. Give me messages that I clearly understand. Take a little bit of downtime. This is Sunday, so I don't know what you're all doing, but after I do this, I'm just going to relax. Take a walk around the park. And it's trying too hard to please other people, which could be in a bunch of different ways. It doesn't necessarily have to be at work. It could be family. It could be relationships. Maybe you're trying to, whatever the case is, they're asking you to be more authentic and do things because you want to do things, not because you're being expected to do things. Don't say yes unless you mean yes, and give of yourself willingly, because when you give from a grudging heart, it's not a gift. It's actually a curse because you're holding, negative karma on it. So only do what you wish to do that makes you happy, and give from a cheerful heart. I'm going to look up and see. I'm going to let you look around and see if there's anything else in the 10 of Gabriel that I might be missing out on. See, these guys are all going for a walk down to the duck pond. I'm going to do that too. That sounds like fun. Take a cruise down there. Okay, so what they're asking you to do is to be balanced. And that your determination that you have had, maybe you've been very determined that you wanted to do something, or you're trying to help all these people. The reason you're doing all this work, your determination and will to take on the task is admirable, but it's taking a toll on you. It's making you tired, or maybe it's making you feel, maybe you don't even realize that you're annoyed, or you're run down, or you're feeling taken advantage of. But really, you can't be taken advantage of if you're the one that's offering to do this, can you? So they're asking you to delegate authority to other people. You don't necessarily have to do everything yourself. I'm in Aries, and we're all about doing everything ourselves, but we don't have to do everything ourselves. I used to get to work 10 minutes late every day, and my girlfriend would say to my boss, "How come she can come 10 minutes late?" And he says, "She tries to do so many things in one day." He says, "She's not late because she didn't get up. She's late because she's probably done 13 things at home before she got here." And it was true. I'm not late anymore. I get to work on time, and when I get things done, I'm glad of what I've done, and I'm not pushing myself as much. So that's what they're asking us to do, is to stop pushing ourselves so much. It'll reduce the stress, and it'll help you sleep better. It'll keep your life longer if you're less stressed out. And that they're saying that the challenges that you are dealing with right now may feel burdensome to you, but there's actually, like I said, whenever we have challenges, it's to bring us lessons so that we are able to learn and grow. So the challenges that we have is one thing. Burdening ourselves with other excess, that's a different thing. But the challenges that we're facing, if they are taking its toll, maybe step back and try and see where you are right now as comparison to where you were. Have you changed something? Have you maybe perhaps started doing a different, behaving in a different manner? Maybe you've been behaving in a certain manner for many, many years, or even your whole life, and you've chosen, now I'm going to do things a little differently because this isn't working for me. So when you do that, you have to be patient with yourself, because it's a pattern that you have developed, right? And so even though this new way of doing something is more positive for you, and you've definitely looked into it, it's beneficial, it's going to take a while to sink in and become a pattern itself. So they're asking you to be patient with yourself. Also, they're also saying that there is a light at the end of this tunnel. It doesn't continually go on and on and on. There's not always, there's always, like I said, when we sat down, I saw a rainbow, and that means a rainbow always comes at the end of the storm. So it's a promise of good things to come. And the fact that the dove keeps cooing, I don't know that you can hear him because I'm speaking. I'm going to stop for a second and see if you can hear him. I can hear him. Anyway, the dove, besides asking us to take a breath, the dove is an awesome totem because it speaks of harmony, and it speaks of peace. Harmony is my favorite word. It speaks of peace. It speaks of love. It speaks of happy relationships, of happily ever after keeps coming to my mind every time. I don't know, I think of that castle there, and I think of happily ever after. So they're promising good things that are coming. They're just asking you to take it easy and allow the time for these things to come in. And stop trying so hard to please others. You don't have to. Being like your authentic self is the most important thing. It doesn't help anybody else if you try and pretend to be different than you actually are, because then once you become yourself, they don't like it and you don't like it either. So be your authentic self. Go a little bit easier. Ask for some help in delegating authority. Take a look at the around you, because you're tunnel vision right now. We're not seeing the opportunities that are available to us because we've gotten that twice. I feel like I want to ask for a fourth card today. So I'm going to. So let's see what they get. Sometimes we get 3 cards, sometimes we get 4 cards. All right. Woo! Sorry, guys. Queen of Michael. Queen of Michael, brilliant, self-reliant, insightful, humorous. You know exactly what to do, the benefit of experience, a time for your career rather than relationships. So she's asking you to step back from these relationships or things that you've been stressing over and take a look at your career and move forward in this. The fact that she's the Queen of Michael, brilliant, self-reliant, insightful, humorous. The Queen is someone that you, she says you know exactly what to do, the benefit of experience, right? Queen didn't get to be queen by no reason at all. She's actually someone who you would look up to. She's somebody of authority. She's somebody who sits in, look at her, she sits in the lap of luxury, so she's successful. What she's done, she knows she's qualified. She's somebody that you can turn to. She could be you. She could be somebody in your family. But they're asking you, what would you do if you were a queen? How would you behave? You would have self-respect, right? You would, you don't do everything. You have subjects that work for you. So our subjects could be our spiritual team or our family. These could be people that we could be asking for us to help us, which is what we were asked to do before. You know what you're meant to do. You know this. You didn't get to this time in your life without learning all your experiences. And they're asking you to remember that and focus on the fact. She's got yellow flowers all around her, yellow roses, and yellow represents friendships. So it's a time for this isn't a time for dwelling on romantic relationships right now. This is a time for friendship. This is a time for career. That's what I'm getting. It's the Queen of Michael, Archangel Michael. He's my favorite. The blue. You see a lot of blue around you. You're being represented, or you're being spoken to by Michael. So speak to Michael if it's something that something about your work that you are dealing with. Call upon him and ask him. They're saying that now would be a time for advancement in careers. Wise counsel. Maybe there's somebody that's going to be coming to you that can be offering you wise counsel that you need to pay attention to. Maybe this could be a parent or a good friend or a mentor, a spiritual mentor coming into your life. This person has a great sense of humor, has broad experience in life, courageous, analytical, cool, calm, collected, just the kind of person that you would want to go to if you were having an issue, if you were looking for advice. So keep your eyes peeled for somebody like that. If this isn't you that they're speaking about, maybe this is you. Maybe you have reached a stage in your life that this is how you are, and then pat yourself on the back because, you're a queen. Right on. And if you're a man, you just take the principles, obviously, of what's being displayed here. Call yourself the king. How would a king behave? He doesn't beg. He doesn't plead. He is in a position of authority, but he's loving. He takes care of his subjects. Think of all the things that would come to you with royalty. Royalty doesn't live as a miser. Royalty, they're taken care of. So Spirit's saying with your career, you're going to be taken care of. Maybe you're going to be able to afford more than you have been able to before. Not that material possessions are everything, but security is very important to every one of us. And Spirit's saying that they're there for you. And so if they're giving you the position of the king or the queen, obviously you're in a position of comfort and security. So these are good cards. And I'm going to leave it at that. So that's our reading for this week. What is it? It's first today. So until next, I'm not sure if I'm going to be doing readings from Sunday to Saturday, or if I'm going to start again on Saturdays, because I'm working on Sundays now. I got off early today because of the Super Bowl, and I came out here because I like to be outside when I do my readings. And by the time I get home, otherwise it might be dark, and I'd have to do it inside, and it's not as fun. I don't get the messages from the animals that come. So if you would like to follow me, I'm on LinkedIn, I'm on Twitter, I'm on Google+. I'm on Angels Whisper Sherry Columbus and Sherry Columbus Angels Whisper. I'm on YouTube where all these videos go. And I'm always I've been doing a lot of readings, and dream analysis has been a focus lately, which I love. So if this is something that you think I could help you with, I'd be honored. And if you'd like to subscribe to my channel, that would be awesome too. And then you are, if you're away or whatever, it'll come to you in your mail, or you'll get a notification that there's a reading for you. And if you are interested in readings or dream analysis, I've got a couple right now that I'm going to start one pretty soon. I've got but I'm always very quick about it, and they will be done. I can either do them over the phone, which I've been doing a lot lately. People have been doing them over the phone, or I can email them to you so that you have them for reference. Of course, you can always videotape, not videotape, but tape record our phone readings as well, so that you have it for reference. It's always nice to look back and see the things that we were spoken about, and you have confirmation, because it's like, wow, that's what we were shown, and that's what I was told. And also it gives you things to be looking for. You know, if we're speaking about a certain situation, and you've got it that you can look back on, and then there it is. You're like, or you can, it'll jog your memory, and you can look back and see, and oh yeah, this is where we are. So that's kind of cool. So other than that, I hope you guys have a wonderful week, and I plan on it, and we will speak again soon. Oh wait, here, Liger wanted to come say hi. Liger, hey. Hi, say hi everyone. He's a little annoyed that he didn't get to lay on my cards, because that's usually his job. Anyway, alrighty, have a great day. Blessings.